Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, coming at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch for you guys today. And if you guys enjoy these market watches, make sure to smash that like button. The goal is always 100 likes for these market watches. Subscribe if you have not already. The goal is 3,500 for the end of the year. So hopefully we're able to hit that. And about 29% of people watch my videos are not subscribed. So hopefully today's day earn your subscription. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And if you guys want me to go over any cards, let me know in the comment section below. I love it when you guys pick cards for me or let me have any buyouts. And thank you to all my YouTube channel members. We're going to get right into it. So DP Starlight got bought out. And I thought to myself, well, it's been like 2-3 weeks since the ban list. Has this card calmed down from the 500, roughly 550? And it has. 385. You know, a lot of people still think that DP is either a $200, $250 card if they're completely behind, or they still think it's 500. And I'm here to tell you that it's a little below 400. And honestly, I think this is very fair for this card if you do want it. Now, I told people to get these at around 200 to 250 because anything below 300 is kind of a steal because this card is not only meta relevant and could see play later on, but it's also a hero card. Heroes are always going to also play this card as well. So DP is never fully going to die out of the game no matter what, unless you ban the card, which I'm not saying it should be banned. I'm just saying it's going to see play in certain decks no matter what. 380, not that bad for a Starlight, especially have a set that is getting cracked open like crazy. Like, we don't have that much power of the elements. If you look at Rise of the Duelist, Starlight rares, one of the reasons why they're so expensive isn't not just because they're very good picks, but because there's not much sealed Rise of the Duelist left. There's a reason why that box is $200+. And I believe Power of the Elements could eventually hit those prices. Spell Shattering Arrow out of Astral Pack 7, Ultimate Rare here. These are about $27 here, but they do go up to $40. I would get these copies for $27. Remember, this is a pendulum killer because you destroy as many face-up spell cards your opponent controls as possible, right? So you will destroy the cards in the pendulum scales, and if they have another face-up spell, it does destroy that. And then if you do, you inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each. So this is kind of like running Twin Twisters against, you know, these decks, but you don't have to discard, and you get to do burn damage with the potential that you get to destroy another card. Because I know pendulums do play some other face-up spell cards at times as well, like certain strategies, all that. So this is a good card, and for older format, it's not that bad. This is actually a very old card. I don't know why they made it an ulti in Astral Pack 7. I actually have no idea why this was an ulti, but $27 here for your ultimates. I would grab this. This card has been bought out a few times, so history will repeat itself. And with 15 listings, I mean, no one really has a wall here. You're gonna want a play set here, so these are basically gone. It's gonna go up to 37. Then going up to 50. I would grab this card while you can. I've had it in a 5 cards have in your trade binder before as well. Silent Graveyard from Dual Devastator. You discard a card. Effects that activate in the graveyard this turn are negated. So this is pretty good because against certain decks, this will kill them essentially. And it's a what's called, but the discard isn't really that good because effects that activate in the graveyard this turn are negated. It includes your own. So you really are just losing a card unless you can activate it on your next turn. But this card's not too bad. It's Dual Devastator card. It's like $1 here. If you want to play it, it's not a bad card. This has been in some top deck lists. Instant content from Power of the Elements. This card was going down. Now it's kind of going a little bit up. About 445, 545 here for this card. A lot of people want to play this card with the future support that's coming out. It's not necessarily just a hero card as well. Would I grab this card? If you are interested in this card, definitely grab it for $4 or $5. I told people it would settle between $2, $3, maximum of $7. Back when it came out, and it was around 7 or 8. So I was like, yeah, it was a little wrong. And then it kind of cooled to like $2, $3. I'm like, yeah, that's to be expected because while this card is wanted and needed, there's not enough hero players to meet the supply of how many instant contacts are out there. Because every hero player who's happy that they pull instant content, there's like 10 more people who are upset they didn't pull a Sprite or a tier element card. Blaze Phoenix, the Burning Bombardment Bird. So I want to go over this card because this card still doesn't have a reprint, which is honestly crazy to me. In fact, I just want to double check it. So I always feel like this card has like a rare in some printing. Once returned to the main phase, you inflict 3 damage point for each card on the field, including your field, right? So this card cannot attack during the turn you activate this effect, right? That's not that bad. It's a machine type and a pyro monster. If you guys don't know, this card is actually used in FTKs. You put 3 cards on the board and just FTK. And it's actually pretty insane here. First edition that are lightly played in near mints. You have 70 listings, about 50 cents, 75 cents. If you want your near mints, because this card's so cheap, you might as well. They're like $1. I've actually been looking at this FTK a little bit, and it's actually a little more consistent now. We still have instant fusion, and we have condom fusion. I had no idea that that actually facilitated this FTK further, because it doesn't necessarily, because there's like a target that's a level 6 as well. So you get to play essentially your 3 instant fusion, or 4 if you decide to. Unchained Abomination from the 2020 Tin of Lost Memories. Secret rares here are about $7.50. Going up to $10 here, going up to like 30. Okay, I don't think it's going to hit 30. But I always told people that this card is a very good card because it is 3 pops. At least 2, and it could be during your opponent's turn. And the 2+ monsters, including Link, are pretty nice because you're able to use like 2 Link 2s essentially to make this. A lot of Link 3s are 3 or more. In certain strategies, it's a little hard to put that extra body on board, and sometimes you'll have to use 2 Link 2s and another monster to make it, and it's just kind of annoying. This card kind of goes around that. It's still a big beat stick. It still does quite a few things. If you don't have this card in any capacity, which I told people, this was an amazing $2 pickup. Because I know a lot of people will ask me, hey, what is a good penny stock to get? And I mentioned this card multiple times. It never reached the cusp of 5 cards out of your trade binder, which, by the way, you guys will be getting one probably next week. Maybe this week. I'm not too sure. I need to see how my planning is. I will try to get it on this weekend because I know you guys love that series a lot. Now, Ultra Rares, first editions here are about the same. You might as well get the Secret. I think a lot of people will like the Secret Rare more. But if the Secret Rare goes to like double digits, I think people will be looking at these $8 versions for sure. Access Code Talker from Eternity Code. These are about $80 to $83 still. So these have just stabilized. I still think it's not bad for a Secret Access Code. Gladiator Beast Heraclinos. Secret Rare out of Gladiator's Assault. This is used for Edison and other formats as well, because I believe Gladiator Beasts are quite famous for that. I told people that Unlimiteds at 2025 aren't bad, and now we're seeing lightly played like 60s. Over here, 66. Now, first editions, I actually saw one at 60, I believe, here. Yeah, for a lightly played. Near mints at 72. While there's a lot of love and hype for the Ultimate Rare, which broke bounds back in the day, like this was the Ultimate Rare you could pull back when Turtle Pack 2 came out, and these are always worth quite a bit of money here. For a first edition Secret, that is the original print, as well as a Gladiator's Assault card, this is not a bad investment for $70. I don't think this is too bad. I remember first it's always been 50-55. I did not expect Unlimited to close the gap for not moderately played, by the way, this quickly, which is very odd. If you actually have an Unlimited and you can get a decent deal on it to sell it, like say $50, something like that, maybe even 45, I would really suggest getting a first ed, like upgrading to a first edition. Ultimate Rares though, how much are these? What? Seriously? I mean, yes, they double very quickly. And yes, you got a Turtle Pack here. This card is cheap as fuck. Like, okay, yeah, your near mints are 100, 101, 150, but your light plays are not bad. Okay, this is a tough choice. I understand why someone actually told me to look at this card, because they said, hey, can you look at Heraclinos, both ulti and secret? These are roughly the same price, you know, right down the aisle. Okay, so here's what I'm going to call on this. I will get the ultis because the ultis right now don't have many listings until they go right back up. So get the ultimate rares. If you want the secret rares, you have more time on these. Like, we go lightly played in near mints here. You got 20 listings. It's still not much, but you still have time to get these secret rares. Get the ultis because of that, as well as people might even are probably going to prefer the ultimate rares as well, so they're going to be easier to resell if that's your plan on this card. Go for the ultimate rares, but if you have enough money and you don't want to put your chickens in one basket, maybe get 1 or 2 ultimate rares and maybe get a secret as well. Maybe 2 ultis and a secret. People might be like, oh, that's like a weird broken playset. I mean, if you're playing this card, I think you only need 2 anyway. Someone educate me on Gladiator Beast. I think this was a 2-0. Adorned Archosaur from Eternity Code here. If you guys have been watching the channel for a very long time, you guys will know what I always say when I go over this card. And it reminds me of back when I was in camp when I was like a little kid and used to do those little bead artwork and all that and all those cute little things. That's what this card reminds me of, and I absolutely love that. First editions here, 920. I mean, you go near mints here, 30 listings, 9 goes up to 13 very quickly. Next page is on to 16. This is a card that I would get sooner rather than later. Dinosaurs are a very popular deck, and this card really helped push them. They don't necessarily need this card, per se, to do plays, but you want to see in your hand more often than not. Sprites over here. These are about $50 here. Ooh, from Ruxin. 52 here for your Sprite Blues. That's not bad for a place at 150. Elves are about 23, but this card is very generic. It's used in other decks as well. That's why it's so much money. Then you have Sprite Starter here at about $5 here. You got your Gigantic Sprite at about closer to 4 here. And that's really it. I don't know why Sprite didn't actually get any super. Same with Teartlement in our recent OTS. Unless I'm forgetting and missed it. I think those would make great super rares, but I think maybe OTS Turn Pack 21 might give us some Teartlement supers and some Sprite supers, because a lot of the deck uses like normal commons in the strategy. You know, I think Sprite Red is a common, for example, so that might not be too bad. Evil Twins, if you guys don't know, also Sprite Evil Twin got a top 8, I believe. Recently, you got your Evil Twin Keys to Kills. This CR wants to be bought out so badly to like 200, and it just never happens. Like, if you want this card, it's been edging us as a community for a very long time. Like, I actually just want to see it bought out because it's annoying. Sunnies are like 295, by the way, 300. I remember these were teetering between 300 and then getting bought at 700-800. I'm so glad it did. 295, that's quite a bit. Would I get that Starlight rare? It is good for Artemis Slay, because you could play this and say Exo Sisters with one of the, what's called, the Evil Twin Kiss to Kill in the LOL, and you can get some good advantages off that, but Lil CR is a lot lower, about 55. That's not too bad. Let's get Evil Twin here, Kiss to Kill in the LOL, about 54. The regular Ultras are about 35, then 14, then $11 here. Justice Impact, I feel like, is eventually going to get reprints. Like, I really don't know. And by the way, your Trouble Sunnies are cheap now, so you don't have to worry about spending too much money on those. I would highly suggest, if you guys want to play Live Twin at this point, you've missed the train, I don't know, like yesterday, not even like a few minutes late, like literally yesterday, right? I would just, you snooze, you lose. I mean, I would just wait for the reprints at this point. But I would pick up maybe the cheaper stuff. Like, picking up this card isn't too bad for 40 cents or 50 cents right here. Like, pick up the cheaper stuff like the supers, but they're like $1 or less. Go for it. But when they're eventually going to reprint the big boys. Ra's Disciple, Seeker from Dragons of Legend. Now, I told people to get this in a 5-card Savior trade binder at like $3-4 at one point. First Dead near mints are 26. Lightly Played are 22. This card is officially bought out. And I told people that this card is a great card to get because Raw's Disciple, I mean, first of all, it helps with certain Raw strategies, which I'm okay if people don't know that, because investing in time to learning how a Raw deck works is kind of a waste of time. I just did it one day because it was fun. But this card also is, from the anime. People love seeing its original secret rarity. This card has so many reprints at this point. I think it has, like 3? 1. Yeah. 1 from Unleashed, 1 from the Complete Series, 1 from Armageddon. It's got a common, and then another common. Like, this card has so many reprints at this point. I'm pretty sure it has, like, colored names for Ultras as well. Like, this card is very accessible, but nothing looks better than the Secret Rare. That's just a straight fact. Amulet Dragon, one of the first cards I told people was not a bad investment, that ended up falling on its ass. Like, I'm not even kidding. I don't know why I was wrong about this card. Lightly Played are $5. Near mints are like 10 to 13, going up to 21. If you guys want this card right now, I mean, you have 12 listings for near mints. Including Lightly Played are like 5s. If you guys want this card, I would get a copy, but not more than that. I'm not. If I failed an investment on a card, I usually don't double down on it next time. Flunnery is the Advent Adventure. I'm just here to gloat here. Look, it's $30. Remember when people thought I was smoking that kush and this would never become $30? Yeah, well, it's $30, and it was 25 to 28 because I said 25.30. It was like 25.28 for a very long time. If you want your Advent of Adventures, you're not getting them. M-Pens here, which is the only other expensive card, and this is the higher rarity, by the way. You get Supers for 10 cents. $5. If you want to play Flunderies, it's $100 deck. It's just 90 is going your Advents, and the rest of that $10 is going for like 15 to like cent to like $1.50 cards. So I always find that kind of funny. Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Juggernaut, Libe, Secret Rare here. These are about $3.50. This is very cheap because trains are actually very popular. A lot of people like playing them. And for an 11 that does burn... No, this one doesn't do the burn damage. But this one helps just straight up OTK. Blue Eyes Abyss here. Secret Rares are about $28. This thing's due for a reprint going up to $33, $34. I always tell people to get this at $10 to $15, not the Galaxy card that's garbage. If you listen, good job. You made some money. Bingo Machine, about $18. This card calmed down from 23, but this got bought out like, what, 3-4 months ago. This card's still highly wanted. If you don't have your copies, that's what you're paying for. In fact, I want to look at what original Ultras are. $20 for original Ultras are not bad. If you actually want to get a first Near Mint Ultra, I would highly recommend that over the Secret. Blackwing Full Armor Master here. Secrets are about $6 here. Quite a bit of listings here, but I think when we get the new Blackwing support, this card could reach higher. Not too much, because I know that a lot of people actually don't like Blackwings. A lot of new players actually dislike Blackwings. And I don't know why. They say the combos take too long, but they're the same kids who are playing Dragon Link. So I really don't get what they're saying. You know, hypocrites. That's all I gotta say. Like, Blackwings don't take long if you actually know what you're doing. Got Burden Rose Main, Secret Rares here. $4 going up to about $5 to $6 here. Not too bad for your Garden Rose Maidens here. Ultra Rares are about, let's see, for near mints. 28 listings, $4 going up to $6 as well. This card has seen play in Dragon Link, but for a very small amount of time. And this card has actually had a pretty big bump over here. I think that this card could be really good if we get more Black Rose support. That's what I personally think about this card. So make sure to get it while you can. Blackwing Summon the Poison Wing here. Since we're talking about Blackwings here, these are about $3.62, going up to $5. Shipping here, that's about $7 here. Card is getting bought out, and this is the Legendary Duel Season 2, so this is the reprint of this card going right up. The originals, if you go to Near Mints here, are somehow cheaper. Am I correct? Yeah, this is cheaper than the yeah, this is the reprint, and this is okay. I don't know what people are smoking. Get the original. 17 listings, so it goes up as well. Blackwing with the Whirlwind here. You go near mints here. You got about 59. These are basically $2 now. If you got these at like 50 cents when I told you, I mean, they're $2. That's kind of what your penny stonks are kind of aiming for, is like $2 to $3 over here. Am I saying to offload them? No. I think that as we get a little closer to Darkwing Blast, you know, I think they're going to get a little further. I don't know what's going to happen these next 7 to 14 days with this card, because we are approaching endgame, and Simone's already picking up. If Simone's picking up, if they understand or read Simone, they'll see Black Whirlwind, and they'll go to Black Whirlwind. And Black Whirlwind can't afford to get a buyout, unlike Simone. So, Twin Twisters, Ultimate are $85. Really good. If you don't have your ulti Twin Twisters, get these. Stardust Dragon Ghost Rare. I haven't looked at this card in a while. Mod Play, $175. Lightly Played are $216. Not that bad. Near Mints are $350 to $545. Alright. First editions here. Damage is $450. That is actually Highway Robbery. $700. Highway Robbery. Mod Play, $1K. That's pretty bad. Lightly Played are $2K. Near mints are $3K. You might as well just get the PSA 8. You might as well. People are saying, oh, the gray market's really bad right now. I'd rather get a PSA 8 Stardust for $500 more than just a normal raw copy for $3K. Like, that's just, spend the extra $500 for that if you plan on getting this card. Stardust Dragon Ultimate Rare here. These are about, let's see what lightly plates and near mints are. $128 going up to about 143. That's not too bad, actually. They do go up to 200 very quickly. I mean, it is Ultimate Rare Stardust, and if you guys actually don't know, I actually don't like this version at all. I think it's actually pretty ugly. Like, Stardust Dragon is a card that is complemented in many rarities. Like, CR. Starlight was, like, Starlight Stardust looks awesome, right? Same with CR. I think the Secret from the old tins look amazing. I actually like running that version. Ghost Rare looks awesome, right? The original Ultra looks cool. The Ulti, and I love Ultis. This just doesn't look good to me. Like, I don't know. Maybe, am I weird? Please let me know in the comment section. Am I weird for that? Mod plays are 185. That's pretty awful. First headlight plays are 355. Near mints are about 750. That's pretty bad. Honestly, I would not grab this card. If you are having a choice though between near mint ultis at 140 and mob plays for 180, I would go for the near mint unlimited personally because it just looks gorgeous. It does, you know, yeah, first is nice, but like people don't want mob play cards. If you're between the light play and the mod play, however, when it comes, if you're ever in that situation, go grab the mod play first instead of the unlimited light, because yeah, lightly played, people would rather pay for near mints, and if there's not much of a difference between near mint and lightly played, it's a little harder to get rid of unless it's in person. And first set mods have more room to grow than lightly played, as well as you might get lucky, and it might be closer to light play. You might get lucky. However, I wouldn't gamble it because, I mean, there's $185 is a pretty big gamble on if the condition is wrong in my favor. That's not a good gamble to take. Duelist Genesis here. Look, I know lightly plays are like 13 to like 15, all that fun stuff. I only care about first ed, so I'm not even going to bother with the rest. Lightly played, 55. Near mint, 132. Grab like 2 lightly plays and be happy. Save yourself $30 and you have double copies. Karakuri Shogun here. In Synchro, you special summon a Karakuri monster from the deck. Once per turn, you select a monster on the field, change its battle position, which is really good, by the way. I wish this was a quick effect. That's the only thing about Karakuri. I just wish it was a quick effect. And this card would be awesome for a Karakuri. It's not bad, anyway. This card is first at like play 25, and your mints are 30. I personally love this deck. I actually would, if you're interested in this deck, 25-30 is not bad, or if you liked it to collect. But if you're looking to invest, $30 is better spent elsewhere. Steel Shogun, unlimiteds are like 5s. That's not bad. First eds are about 13, so it's a pretty big difference. Getting an unlimited is not that bad for $4 or $5 for an old ulti. That's not bad. But this is talking about Ragnarok compared to Star Strike Blast, so that's why there's a big difference. Pretty sure this card is actually better because when Secret Summon, you special a card monster from the deck. Let's return. Oh yeah, I know this. That you'd rather make this for the most part. I forgot. No, this is the better one. Ice Master, the Duelist Genesis here. I don't know what this card was, or was it Ice Queen? I think it was Ice Queen that got bought on. Someone actually got it in my comment section for like $5 the last couple. He said, yeah, actually, it's in good condition. Lightweight plates are, oh no, it is Ice Queen. 22. Near mints are about 27. The only reason why this is worth money is because it's an old Duelist Genesis secret. First, it's hard to find. Special summons this card by tributing 2 water monsters. Okay, so it's a special you tribute to. Okay. Once per turn, you place an ice counter on one monster. You contribute this card to destroy all monsters on the field with ice counters. So this card is actually a 1 out of 10 when it comes to cards. Like this is actually awful. Just so bad. It's basically like there's no reason to play this card ever. Just play Exile Force. It takes less effort. Let's see. Ice Queen. I believe that's the card. Yeah, here it is. This card cannot be summoned from the graveyard. When this basic control monster is destroyed, it's up to the graveyard. If you have 3 or more spellcaster monsters to your graveyard, you can select one and you can select and add 1 spell card from your graveyard. It's not bad. It's something. So first eds for just in general here are 41 for light play. Near mints are 75. So mob play for $5 wasn't bad. I think Christian got it. I can't really remember too well. How much are unlimited versions? $6. That's not terrible. I mean, the card looks gorgeous, so if you just want a beautiful old secret for $6, it's not bad. Goyo Guardian, Ultimate Rare from the Duelist Genesis. By the way, before I get further into this video, I also want to say very quickly that I am approaching my goals for October for the channel, which are another monitor and a pop filter for my mic. I've realized that sometimes, and actually in the first recording of this video, that my voice seems a little in and out at times. It kind of pops a little bit. You know, at the beginning, it's hit or miss if I have a second of just awfulness. And a lot of people don't really complain about it, honestly, because this mic, for the most part, is better than the last mic. It still bothers me, but I am planning on getting a pop filter, adjusting the mic, and adjusting my whole setup. But it's something that's better to do all at the same time. And once I get some of these things, I will be very happy with it because there's quite a few things I want to set up to make the channel a lot better. And I think you guys are really going to enjoy that. And hopefully I hit that goal in October. I want to say thank you so much to everyone really for being patient with some of the issues that I've had on the channel. I'm not good at technology, so I apologize. Now, getting into it, Ultimate Rare, Goyo Guardian. If you guys don't know, I used to order damaged cards if I hit a light goal, and I want to bring that back actually because it's interesting. And I remember this Goyo Guardian was damaged. The Star Strike, the Shooting Star Ultimate Rare was like literally, it somehow survived the washing machine. And it feels like if you put like drinks on it on that card, it would be in better condition. That's how bad the Star Strike Blast is. And then I ordered a Thought Ruler Archfiend Ultimate Rare. Or not Thought Ruler, but a Red Dragon Archfiend Ultimate Rare damage, and it came mob play, and I was actually really happy with it. It was also first. But Goyo Guardian here, Ultimate Rares, these are about 40 for lightly played. First editions here. I want to see what damage is $38. That's terrible. It's way more than I bought my damaged one at, though. I will say that. Lightly mob plays are 75, 85. French Nearmint for 100. Light play 107. Nearmint about 147 to 190. Not too bad for Ultimate Guardian. This is a broken card out of Duelist Genesis. It's a generic level 6 that has amazing stats. You battle over something, you special summon it to your field of face-up defense position, which is just absolutely insane because you get an effect, you get an extra monster. Goyo Guardian's nuts pre-errata. I actually have DTs. In fact, I want to look at what DT is. What is DT looking at? I'm not pressing that DT thing. I want to look at the actual DT, not the it's probably at the bottom. No, I'm not looking at whatever bullshit that is. You know. I'm actually looking at the by the way, if you guys want another copy, this is not too bad. Legendary Collection Ultras do look very nice. Duelist Genesis first aren't bad. DT here, man. I love the DT of this card. It looks so good. $11. That's pretty good for a DT. I remember getting a bunch of these at $1.02. Same with Ally of Justice Catastrophe. Because when I came back in the game, I freaked out on how low these were. Because these were like cards that were worth 100 plus DT, mind you. Thought Ruler Archfiend Ultimate Rare Duelist Genesis here. Light play near mints are about 15. Near mints are about, let's see, verify here. 19 going up to $55. That's a lot of money. First edition's 41. I would just get a first or lightly played for 41. Near mint for 73 is not that bad either. Next page, they kind of, just 2 more 70s and you're done for. Red Dragon Archfiend Ultimate Rare. These are about, lightly plates are 54. That's really good. I understand if people want the Ghost Rare, which we will look at. I actually would play the Ghost Rare, but Ultimate's not too bad. 66 for Unlimiteds. First editions, though. I want to see it mob plays. 100 for mob play. Okay, that's pretty good. Lightly plates are 108. Near mints are 300. Let's see what Ghost Rares are at. Like, if you had this card when it was a lot cheaper, that's great for you. If you don't have it, I would just spend the $30-something. Like, okay, let's go near mints here. $36 going up to 40. Okay, so this card's kind of rebounding a little bit. I would spend $35 and get yourself a Ghost Rare. I mean, it's a great looking version. It looks awesome. I think most people are going to want to play this version. I still like my ulti, but even I would play the Ghost Rare. Emergency Teleport Ultimate Rare here. Let's just see what these are at. Lightly played are 45 going up to 56. Near mints are 50 going up to 65 going to 80. Okay, so this is actually quite cheap for Emergency Teleport because it does go up to 86. 50 is really cheap. What the fuck? First editions are 156 going up to 160. That's still a lot of money, but ultis for 50 aren't too bad. Avenged Knight Parshaft here. First editions were like 100. I want to see what they're at right now. 55 going up to 57. Lightly plates are about 35. Okay, that's not too bad. Huh. Okay, it's just an old card, but if you guys don't know what this does, it takes a light non-tuner. So once per turn, you can change the battle position of face-up monster poke controls. During battle, it just does piercing. So this card's not really pretty bad, honestly. Then the last card today is Nitro Warrior. I told people to get this when it was like cheap for $5 for unlimited lightly plates. Lightly plates have since tripled. 15 for near mint. You might as well get the near mint because there's like 50 cents of a difference. You're not really saving money by getting lightly played. First light plates are about 47, going up to 54. Near mints are about 80, 85, going up to 186. I will end this market watch by showing you guys something very cool. So Nitro Warrior is a fire monster. As you guys see here, it's a fire attribute, right? However, for the DT, which is something I told people to get because it's very cute to have, is this one's wind for some odd reason. Like, I bet that at one point there's gonna be, if this card ever becomes relevant, which it won't, but I would find it hilarious if this card became relevant and there was a reason why to use this version to be like, well, it's actually a win, because people aren't gonna be like, oh no, it's actually a fire. People will not know that. And there'll be a huge commotion because this is a really bad. Dirmits are $5. If you don't have this card, please just go grab it. Not only is it DT and it's a cool version to have, but it's such a funny little piece of history for those who didn't know. So, like usual, if you guys enjoyed this market watch and enjoyed my creaky chair, which I'm replacing last, I've used this chair way too often. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you have not already. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to know this cost you. And if you guys are coming to my live stream tomorrow, it will be 10 p.m. Central, a live market watch. And we always open up some OTS packs, all that. And I'm going to see if I can maybe say, hey, if you guys get me like X amount of whatever. So I like to open up boxes as well. Maybe I'll swing by and get a box from a local card store tomorrow. Not, to open up. I always love to spice up my live stream. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.